is a lovely, lovely sunny day here in Edinburgh, and so I thought what better time to pick up the camera and start a wee vlog. Probably film a little bit today and then tomorrow as well. This morning I've had a really nice start to the day. I walked Harris at Arthur's Seat and then came home. I've had my breakfast. I've watched an episode of Scotland's Home of the Year, which I have become obsessed with for some reason. Then had a level 10 shower, as I like to say. So I've washed my hair, shaved, everything. But feeling good from that. I've dried my hair. My hair pretty much always just looks like I've not done anything crazy with it, but this is pretty much how it always looks. I have really straight hair naturally, so it doesn't really do a whole lot unless I do something like curl it, which I don't really do on a daily basis. Yeah, I've washed and dried my hair, which always just makes me feel 1,000 times better. And then I've just done like my usual skincare, and that's that. I've put on quite a nice summery outfit as well, which is making me feel good. You probably can't really see it all too well here, but it's basically just this little blue t-shirt that I got in a charity shop actually, and then this white maxi skirt from Uniqlo. I also have this skirt in yellow, which I love, but I feel like the blue and the yellow is like a little bit much. I'll try and show you at some point what it looks like in my full-length mirror, because obviously this is not the ideal shot of an outfit. Today I don't really have a whole lot planned. I've obviously told you what I've already done this morning, and then the only other sort of like definite thing I have to do today is walk Obi and take him to a groom appointment at 3 p.m. Grooms normally take about 2 hours, so I'm thinking I'll probably go out about 2:30, give him a little walk before, and then obviously I'll be walking him home from the groom as well. So probably go out about 2:30, take him to the groom, and then maybe if it's still really sunny, like sit in the sun, read my book, have a wee look in the charity shops. I'm actually looking for a vase, like I want a glass vase. Have some, look at them both. I think all the vases I have are like the same sort of height, and when I get flowers that are slightly shorter, they don't look the best in the vases that I have. Show you my tulips that I have right now, look like they're literally just like poking over the top of the vase. I think I have like 3 or 4 different vases and they all seem to be the same height because I tried the tulips in every single one and they are too short for every vase. So yeah, that's probably the only sort of definite plan for today. And tomorrow, honestly, probably quite similar. Harris actually has a groom booked in for tomorrow, so that's my only kind of absolute plan I think for tomorrow. And hopefully it's sunny and we can just get up to some nice sort of sunshiny activities. But for now, I'm probably just gonna sit and have a cup of tea or coffee and read my book for a little bit now that I'm all ready. Please ignore this like, I guess tan line. Maybe you can't even see it, maybe it just looks like a shadow, but basically took my dad to Stonehaven, which is just outside of Aberdeen, and I'll try and insert some clips. We walked along the beach with Obi, and then we went for a coffee at Stonehaven Harbour. I'll try and put the name of the cafe on, but at this moment I don't remember what it was called. But we sat in on this balcony overlooking the harbour to have a coffee. We were probably there for like an hour max, and oh my goodness, it was so sunny that I burnt. Like, this was the line of my vest top. It was a vest, so like it literally had a strap here, and then my whole arm was burnt as well, which I have tattoos on this arm, which I mean, obviously you should try and avoid getting burnt anyway, but like I specifically always try and avoid my tattoos getting burnt as like an extra level of trying to use sun cream and stuff. Just didn't expect it to be that sunny, and obviously I didn't pack sun cream for a trip to Aberdeen. So yeah, that's what they are. So I have definitely been enjoying the sunnier weather. Long may it continue. Hi baby. Are you a cutie? Are you? Are you cute? So these are the tulips I'm talking about in the vase. They actually don't look that bad. Maybe they've like started to come to life a little bit more, because when I bought them they were fully like closed up, you know what I mean. Actually don't look too bad in this vase anymore, but still, like, I don't feel like the vase is the perfect sort of color for these tulips. I feel like a glass vase would be much nicer, but the glass vase we have just was way too tall basically. It basically came up to like here, which made the tulips look a bit stupid. These look like they're going to be really pretty interesting tulips. I just got them from Aldi. I love pink flowers with our yellow walls. I just think it looks so nice. But yeah, they look like they're going to be really, really interesting tulips. So I am excited to see how they turn out. I thought I would show you my outfit today because I feel like it's actually quite cute. Right, all the full-length mirrors in my house are like backlit, so this is not the best video, but this is what I can do. So yeah, basically I've got this little blue t-shirt, which I got in a charity shop. I really love this neck shape of neckline. And then I have on this, oh, I'm not gonna try and not get my feet in the shot. I have on this white maxi skirt, which is from Uniqlo, and it has pockets on both sides, and it's just really nice and comfy, and it's got an underskirt as well, if you can see. I'm not really sure that you can. That just means like it's not see-through, it's really good quality. And the underskirt has 2 slits in it, so it's like actually really like movable and not annoying to walk in. I have 2 of these. I have this one in yellow, and then I also have, no, I have this one in white, and then I also have one in yellow, but I thought the yellow and the blue might be a little bit much, but I think this is such a cute outfit. I really love where this t-shirt stops on the skirt. I think it's really, really flattering. And yeah, I'm just a big fan of this outfit. I'll probably either wear it out the house with my Birkenstock sandals, or just some Adidas trainers and a tote bag and my sunglasses. And I feel like that's such a nice summery outfit. I love it. Just about to make some lunch, so I thought I would have a wee catch up and sort of update you what I have been doing for the last month, because my videos are very out of time. I think the last one I uploaded was a day or 2 in Aberdeen, and that was filmed on Easter weekend, and I only just uploaded it the weekend just past, because as I explained in that video, I was in Aberdeen because my relative was in hospital, and I didn't have my laptop or anything with me when I first went up, because, let me just grab some things to make my lunch with. So yeah, essentially what I was saying was I went up to Aberdeen at the end of March, either the very end of March or the very beginning of April, I can't honestly fully remember, because my dad had a heart attack. It was very unexpected and just a big shock, basically. I'm just gonna start the story by saying my dad is like absolutely fine. He's recovering really well. He's now home, but the whole experience was definitely a lot longer than we had anticipated. So essentially I went up to Aberdeen thinking I'd be there for like a few days, because what he kind of had said to me was that he'd had quite a minor heart attack and was feeling very well now that he was in hospital. That like all his results and stuff were normal, and yeah, everything was looking good. So I went up obviously to see him and see what was going on. Essentially the medical team needed to do an angiogram to decide what they needed to do, like if there was any further sort of intervention they needed to do. And so at first my dad was waiting for his angiogram. I think he was in hospital for maybe a week before he even got the angiogram, because it was booked for one day, didn't go ahead, went ahead the next day instead. So yeah, I think he was in for about a week before he even had that. Then following the angiogram, they said they thought they could do a stent procedure, which while it's still like an invasive thing, it's not like wildly invasive. He was quite happy with this, so I think this was booked in for like a Monday, let's say, because I think he only had the angiogram on a Friday. Nothing happens over the weekend. The stent was then booked for Monday, got delayed again the next day, and then went ahead on, I think, the Wednesday, and failed, essentially. We thought he was going to get out that day. They'd basically said, like, all going well, as long as he's stable when he gets back to the ward from the stent, he would be discharged. So, hello baby. So yeah, we were planning for him to get out that day, and yeah, then he messaged me and said that the stent attempt had failed. So obviously I went in to see him that evening, and the next sort of solution was a bypass, which, if you are not aware, a bypass is a very common but very significant surgery. So it just wasn't what we were expecting at all, considering he was feeling so well and like had never had any issues before this. And yeah, the whole thing was just a huge shock, basically. So then the bypass ended up being scheduled, I think, for like the following Wednesday. And then after the bypass, he was in the hospital for another, I don't know, like 11 or 12 days, I want to say, because he got a chest infection. And there was also another issue, which I'd been staying at his house, which is where I was filming when I made that other video. And while I was staying there, there was a leak in his living room ceiling from one of his pipes from his bathrooms, which were both upstairs. So I had to leave his house. I had a plumber come around. It's a whole story, but basically had a plumber come around. He basically said, like, this is a job I can't fix today, so he didn't have any availability till the following week. So I then moved out of my dad's house because I had no, like, there was no plumbing. Moved out of his house, and very luckily for me, my cousin lives in Aberdeen as well. So me and Obi then just like turned up on their doorstep essentially, and they let me stay with them for like a whole 2 weeks, I think, which honestly could not be more grateful. Like, amazing that they let me do that. While my dad's then in hospital, going through all these major things, I'm then arranging all of this stuff at his house to get it fixed. Like, in my mind, I was like, this needs to be fixed for him getting home. The plumber that had come round initially had said he would be able to do it. He just like had to wait a week or two for his, like, him to have space, which I thought is like absolutely fair. Like, obviously he has other work booked, so fair enough. But then he just turned out to be massively wasting my time. So then I had to find another plumber, and yeah, the whole thing just dragged on and on. So there was probably a 2-week gap between this leak happening and the plumbing issue actually being fixed. All of this, all the while this is going on, I'm like in touch with my dad's insurer because he obviously doesn't really have the capacity to do that at the moment. I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with the plumber, like, who's messed me about. And yeah, in my mind, I was like thinking the house could be ready for him getting home. And then I would stay there with him to make sure he was okay for his first few days at home. But essentially, the insurance said since one of the pipes that had leaked was a waste pipe, it needed to be like professionally sterilized by their contractor. And that didn't happen until the 5th of May. So they came earlier this week and like told us basically actually very good news. We thought like the carpet was gonna have to be ripped out and the sofa and stuff like that, but actually they've said it can be like professionally cleaned, so that's good news. It just meant that when my dad was discharged from hospital, he couldn't go home because his home wasn't safe, so he and I stayed in an Airbnb together, and essentially the doctors basically said like if he was going to his home, he probably could have gone home by himself. Like I probably still would have wanted to stay with him for a day or two to make sure he was okay. Like he's not really able to do much for himself. So they said since he's not going to be going home, he's probably going to need someone to stay with him for like the first week, which I ended up doing, which is absolutely fine. It just means that this whole process and this whole time has just been so much longer than I ever expected it to be. I basically went up to Aberdeen at the end of March or the beginning of April, I can't remember exactly, expecting to be there for maybe 3-4 nights and come back to Edinburgh and like be back and forth like between my shifts. But I've actually been signed off work for this whole time because, well, I had 2 weeks of annual leave as well in there. So I guess 2 weeks of it is signed off work and 2 weeks of it was annual leave. But because I kept, like, when the things kept being delayed, I was like, well, I can't leave now because the surgery, like, I would have hated to not be in Aberdeen on the day of the surgery. And like similarly for the stent, like, I know it's not that invasive, but like if I hadn't been there and something would have happened, I would have been really upset. And like, because things kept just being delayed, I kept thinking like, oh, they'll be done by my next set of shifts, and then they just never were. And then all this stuff with the house as well, like, whoa, bit stressful. But the most important thing is that my dad is doing really, really well. He is now back home. I'm going up again at the end of this week just to help him with some stuff in the house. Yeah, that is what has been going on. I've been in Aberdeen for like a whole month with Mr. Obi. Everything's looking really good now. We just need to kind of keep an eye on things, obviously. Yeah, it's just not what I expected. I expected to go up for a few days and then maybe be back and forth a little bit throughout the month, but to be there for a whole month and my dad have a triple bypass was just not what I was expecting at all. And then like if all of that wasn't enough, like the house stuff then just like added a whole other level of stress. So it's all kind of resolving now, thank God. Yeah, that's what that's where I've been. Me and Obi have just been living life as a little pair for the last month. And Harris and my boyfriend Naz have been living life as a little pair here. I did come home like once or twice for a night to see them and obviously like get some, like the first time I took like barely anything with me, so I needed to come home and get some bits. But yeah, I think I've been at home for maybe 4 days over the whole of the last month. So I'm really glad to be home now and just like living my own life again and stuff. And yeah, just really glad that my dad is doing a lot better. And yeah, that's what's been going on. Just thought it was worth giving you a wee update on how things were going in case any of you had watched the previous video. Because I don't know, if I'd watched someone's video and they said like they were in a different location because someone else was in hospital, the next video I'd be wondering like, is that person okay? He is fine. He's doing very well. He's just very tired, as you can expect, and a bit fed up of all this house stuff that's going on. But generally everything is now on the road back to being normal, thank goodness. Hello, I am just gonna head out. I thought I would just show you my final outfit for leaving the house. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I think it's quite cute. And considering I normally look terrible in these vlogs, I feel like this is worth documenting that I actually feel like this is like actually how I wish I dressed like every day pretty much. My cool sunglasses that I've worn loads in these vlogs. And then just the same blue t-shirt from earlier, but I've popped this really oversized cardigan on top that I love, just for a bit of extra warmth because it is looking sunny, but it's not like super, super hot. Then just the white skirt, and then I've got my Birkenstocks on with some cute little, oh, there's Harry, some cute little lilac socks on because I think socks and sandals looks cool. Personally, I know a lot of people don't, but I think it looks cool. Oh my God, Harris is literally a toddler. Like you are a baby, aren't you? You're very attention seeking. And I think he knows that I'm about to head out with Obi and not him. So he's decided he needs some attention. This is his favorite place to stand in our living room. He loves to stand on this little unit and get some attention, and it's probably our fault. If we stopped giving him attention when he stood up here, he would stop going up. But he knows now, every time he goes up here, he gets a little stroke. Don't you, Harry? Oh, thank you. So yeah, he's clearly just feeling a little bit needy. I feel bad that we're, oh, little baby, you wanting a cuddle? You know I'm ready to go out. I'm sorry, I won't be that long. And Papa will be home too. But yeah, that's my outfit. I feel like it's really cute, really girly, but still like very casual, which is the exact sort of vibe that I like going for. Good morning. I've just got up and had my morning coffee and written in my little to-do list for the day. I've honestly not got a huge amount to do today, which is nice, but I thought I would talk you through the plan for the day. I'm probably just going to vlog until kind of afternoonish time and then probably stop the vlog there so that I can crack on with editing it, because I don't really have time the rest of this week because I'm going back up to Aberdeen to help my dad with a few things around the house. But for today, we need to walk Obi, who's lying just there. He had a groom yesterday and he looks so cute and like a little cloud. He looks so fluffy. So yeah, need to walk Obi this morning, maybe take him to the beach, And then I have a groom for Harris this afternoon at 1 o'clock. So we'll be taking him for a little walk and then straight to his groom from there. Oh, here he is. He is looking so cute and fluffy just now. You can't really see him. Say hello. Hello. He's looking so cute and fluffy just now. But unfortunately, he is more comfortable when he is not so fluffy. And yeah, so he just has to look a little bit naked for a while to feel comfortable in the heat, basically. So have a groom for him at 1, and then I'm going to go straight from dropping him off at his groom to our polling station to vote this afternoon, and then I'll probably just end the vlog around there so that I can come home and start editing while Harris is in the groomer. Otherwise this vlog is going to go on forever. Hopefully it's looking like a nice sunny day, so hopefully I'll still be able to take you along for some nice walks and take you along to the polling station, and then I'll probably say goodbye when I get back from there. Maybe I'll add an extra clip of Harris after his groom because he's gonna look like a different boy. Hello, gorgeous boy. Harry, can you look at the camera? So this is Harris before his groom, looking super cute and fluffy. Hey, are you the cutest, fluffiest boy? Come on. Let's keep walking. I've just picked Harris up from his groom. He's looking super cute. He is a cockapoo, and whenever we get him groomed we say, please don't make him look too much like a poodle. So we basically just get him like trimmed all over and like big trim on his ears and like around his beard and stuff, because that's the area where he like dips his ears and his beard in his food and water and stuff where he drinks. So yeah, other than that we like him left like quite fluffy, but he's looking very, very cute and I think was a very good boy. So that is the main thing. Walking along home now, and we're gonna walk through the park to let him have a wee sniff, just to kind of shake off the I guess like overstimulation of a groom, because it probably is like a very weird environment for a dog. Like both of our dogs have got groomed the whole time we've had them and we've never had any issues with them, but I do definitely think like it tires them out. So yes, time to go home and let him have a little rest. I'm gonna close off the vlog here, so I just wanted to come on and say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you are having a good day whatever you are up to, and I will see you in the next one.